My name is Paddy Murphy and I was the director and co-writer of Frame. A long time ago, me and Aaron Walsh were writing a script set in an abandoned warehouse. It was called BAG, which stands for Being a Ghoul.
My name is Aaron Walsh and I was in this short, and I also came up with the concept along with Paddy Murphy. I was this guy who abducted this girl with another dude, and then we killed her, and her ghost came back and killed Tubbs.
My name is Stephen Tubridy and I played a security guard in Framed.
So we took the idea of a security guard being alone in a warehouse, which is already kind of a scary concept, rewrote it and it became Afeared, which was the worst name ever. It was such a crappy name for something. Since it was about a picture frame, we went with Framed. Yeah, for the Screamvention contest, picture frame was our object, so that was the big one, which we kind of built the whole concept of the film around. And the line we had to use was, "You think that would scare me?"
Do you think that would scare me, Wayne?
It's just a nice limerick, kind of limerick stamp on Framed, I think. Thanks, Tubbs.
I think it was my first solo role kind of for the Celtic Badger Media. I was asked to do it and I said, fuck yeah, I'll do it. I'm a big horror fan, so I mean, and the fact that Paddy said it was going to be a J-horror style, I was all over it, like, because I love The Ring and things like that. So
my name is Courtney McKeon and I was the ghost in Framed. Literally got a Facebook message from Paddy and he said, did I want to be scary in something instead of dying? So I said yes. I'd never done horror before and I thought it'd be really, really nice to be the villain, like the bad guy, and get to kill someone else for a change.
When we got our object and we had the idea of like doing that kind of haunted item, which is a very J-horror kind of trait, when it was framed, a haunted picture frame, I was like, awesome, this is going to be sweet. There's loads, but the one that just stands out to me is the fact that Barry and Michael Joyce had to be in their bare feet because, like, to not pick up their shoes during the tracking shots.
My name is Barry Fahy and I was the cinematographer for Framed. My best on-set memory was actually taking off my socks, taking off my shoes, and in solidarity for that, for no apparent reason, Paddy also took off his shoes and walked around in his bare feet for a while. To see him go the extra mile even though he didn't have to was cool, and that was funny.
I didn't have to, but I just felt like it was a nice thing to do.
Best on-set memory is probably having to be painted white, because I had put on tan, not thinking that I was going to be a ghost, and ghosts need to be pale. So Becky had to literally hand paint me white.
My name is Becky Tubridy and I was the special effects makeup artist on Framed. We would definitely have to be chasing Courtney around with the jacket trying to get her to warm up. She blatantly refused each time.
For me, I was in a little white dress and I didn't want to like heat up too much in between takes or anything because I'd be so cold when we were filming. So I kind of I had a hot water bottle and I was just shivering in the corner.
The fucking cold warehouse that we're in right now. Yeah, it was freezing. It was like early January.
It was fucking freezing.
Walking around in my socks in the fucking freezing cold was no crack.
I wore seven layers of clothing and a fluffy hat.
My favourite part of the film, during the tracking shots, Courtney completely disappears from shot. Even in that moment, with the camera in my hands, just seeing it happen there and then, and knowing, yeah, we got something magical there. That was cool.
The film, probably the tracking shot. Just the way it's so smooth and it follows Stephen and it goes around. I think it's really cool.
The tracking shots.
I love the whole fucking movie. I have two favourite parts. The tracking shots. My favourite part is Courtney's reveal. Is when she turns and she's just that like split second and it's just, and the blood's out of the mountain and, poor Pound Chop Tom Hardy gets devoured.
I like how the movie's green.
It was turned around in a mad quick time to be ready for the Screamvention competition, and then it got runners up in the Screamvention competition, and then I just started submitting it to a bunch of free festivals to see, and it just kept going and kept going, and now I think it's had 11 or 12 screenings around the world. It screened in Bali.
That's insane. Like, there's people in Bali who've seen me in a film. Like, what?
I don't think any of us fathomed how well it was going to go. Like, we had high hopes for it anyway, but it just surpassed anything.
I don't think anyone thought the film was going to run as long as it did. It's literally done a full year.
Because we did it, like, we did the film, it was the 9th of January last year. And then, Paddy said, it's gone into a festival. And I was like, brilliant, I'm in a festival. And then one festival after another, after another, after another. It's one I'm proud of, like, and to see it do so well, and we're on the cusp of a year anniversary on it. It's really good.
Awesome. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.